Hallelujah. This morning I would like to address our hearts. And the title of today's podcast is A Heart of Flesh. And we'll take our scripture from Ezekiel 36 at verse 26, in which the Lord said to Ezekiel, says, "A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart of your flesh." Now, the world in which we live in is largely governed by self. Our thought process is largely insular. Insular in the sense that we think, oh, what's in it for me? What would I gain if I did this? How would my career path, the trajectory, be upwardly mobile? And as much as we may say, yes, everybody wants to make progress, there's nothing against that. I think, in fact, God expects us to. That shouldn't be the main thrust in our lives. And therefore, just like the Lord told Ezekiel in our opening scripture, Ezekiel 36:26, we need to have a heart like the heart of Jesus. We need to have a meek heart, a compassionate heart, not a foolish heart. We need a heart like the heart of God. For it's written, it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." If God thought the way most men think, he could have asked himself, I'm giving my son, so what's in it for me? Why should I? These people are a bunch of ingrates anyway. They messed up everything in the Garden of Eden, so why should I be compassionate towards them? That is how the heavens think. But by sharp contrast, we'll see in Isaiah 14:12-14, that when we think about self alone, when we think alone about our progress and we don't think about others, then we think like Lucifer did. And if we read Isaiah 14, verses 12-14, it says, "I will ascend into heaven." Those were his thoughts. He hadn't even uttered it. "I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will also live on the sides of the north." He says, "I will extend my domain to the heights of the clouds." He says, "I will be like the Most High." I. Nothing about God, nothing about others, nothing about giving. And Matthew 12:34b says, "For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh." Now, let's look at ourselves. Let's x-ray what is encased in our hearts and ask ourselves, what would Jesus have said? Even God says, "Let us make man." He didn't say, "Let me make man." Praise the name of the Lord. Proverbs 4 verse 23 says, "Guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it come the issues of life." Do we think the way God thinks, or do we think the way Satan thought? Jesus said in Matthew 12:34, says, "O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things?" So there you have it. Heart of flesh, like Jesus, or heart of stone, like the serpent. The choice is yours. Today I put it to you. Make the right choice. Be like Jesus. God bless you all.